What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful but rainy Sunday? um, I may not have the look on my face right now, but I am ecstatic. I am happy. I have done a lot of research on colognes, especially the ones that I have right now. Um, and I have close to 60 now. It should be like 50 some odd bottles of cologne that I have now. Um, a lot of them are name brand designer stuff. Some of them are yet designer, but still off brand, kind of. Maybe some stuff, some houses that you've never heard of before. Um, but this one particular house that I have been looking for, I saw a review on YouTube, several different reviews rather, and this particular cologne is always, if not in their top 10, it's usually brought up either as an honorable mention or they brought it up just because it's something that you should have in your collection. Um, I've seen it in Ross maybe twice, and both times I wasn't able to purchase. The first time it might have been just because I was scared to buy it because um, someone mentioned that there is black pepper or some kind of pepper in the cologne itself, in which that is one of the ingredients, and it kind of threw me off because I was like, man, if it's pepper in there, then I don't want to buy something that's gonna, be spicy and like I don't like those type scents. So the second time I saw it was maybe about a month or so ago, and I just didn't have the money at the time to buy it. And so when I came back, when I had the money, of course it was gone. Um, so I've been in and out of Ross and TJ Maxx for the past, month or so, just seeing if it will pop back up. And the lady in Ross, I don't know the young lady's name, but every time I come in there, she automatically knows exactly what I'm in there for. She knows that I'm in there looking for cologne. Sometimes I don't buy anything because I may not have money, but I just go in just to see. Sometimes I will have a little change and I'll go in and buy something. But she finally asked me one day, she was like, well, is there something in particular that you're looking for? And I was like, yeah, it was actually two. One was the one I'm going to do the review on now, and I can't remember what the other one was. I saw it in there also, and I didn't buy it that day. But anyway, I was in, well, first of all, I've been laying around all day. I really don't have anything to do. I'm a bit of a homebody. I just like to sit and watch movies, in which I was watching Logan, the Wolverine movie, and just got tired of laying in bed. So I said, let me get up and maybe run to a store or two just to walk around, stretch my legs a little bit. So I went to TJ Maxx first because it's closest to me, and they had one that I'm interested in, which is Hugo Boss's bottle, and it's about $30. And I plan on getting it once I get some cash on me. Right now I'm a little tapped, but they didn't really have much of anything else, so I decided to go to Ross. And I went over to Ross, and I usually go to the shoe section first, just because they usually have Jordans in there, or some casual type shoes that fit me. It's kind of hard for me to find a size 15 shoe without having to order something or go to St. Augustine to the Nike outlet. But I went over there. They didn't have anything. So my next stop, of course, was the cologne section. And I was walking towards the cologne section, and the same young lady, she saw me and she was like, "Oh my God, you know we don't have what you're looking for in here today. We don't have what you're looking for." And I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna look just to see what you got anyway." And I walk over and I'm looking, and it just so happened that as I was talking to her, the notion in my head was, okay, she knows what's in here. I'm not going to look. They probably got the same stuff that they always have in here, like Guess Man and Adidas and Michael Jordan. And I don't wear all that stuff. So, and some of the other stuff they have in there, I already have. So I'm looking, and I was about to walk away, and something was like, look down. And I looked down on the very bottom shelf, and guess what I found? Exactly what I've been looking for. F by Ferragamo Black. This is the one I've been looking for. I've been watching reviews on it. I found it. I am ecstatic. I am happy. It's been a long journey trying to find this thing. I could have bought it offline, ordered it offline, but it takes away from the thrill of going to the store and looking and just so happen to run into something. It gives me a little bit of an adrenaline rush. And I think that's why I do this, for one, just for the thrill of the hunt. And two, I like smelling good. I like when women give me compliments. Some people don't do it for the compliment factor. I do. I like it. So hate it or love it, whatever. But I finally found what I've been looking for, and it ran me. It actually was $29.99, so I paid with tax $32 and some change for it. And this is the 100 ml bottle. And let me give you the presentation. Excuse me. Just a plain old black cardboard box. Has Ferragamo in white or silver. It looks silver. F by Ferragamo Black. It's pour on. Has the Ferragamo, Salvatore Ferragamo in red. Then at the bottom it gives you the liters. Nothing on the sides. It's gray on one side, black on the other. Nothing on the top, nothing on the bottom but the UPC. On the back, it just has ingredients. And I actually, the lady who I was talking to that usually meets me at the door and tells me, we don't have it, whatever. She wanted to smell it because she knows I've been coming in there faithfully. I go in TJ Maxx and Ross literally almost every day. I get off from work at 2:30 from the hospital. I stop by Ross, and then I leave Ross, and then I'll go to TJ Maxx because TJ Maxx is right across the street from where I live. And even if I don't have money to buy anything, I go in anyway just to give me the mental note that if something is in there, maybe it'll still be there when I get paid, or maybe I'll do a side job and run into some extra cash or whatever. But she wanted to smell it, and so she broke the plastic on it, and then she passed it to me to let me unbox it. I unboxed it. I sprayed a little. I usually always just use the cardboard that's inside the box, and I sprayed one shot on here, or two shots rather. And let me tell you, the opening on this is amazing. It's sweet. I don't know all the notes that are in it. But some people say when you spray it, you get a blast of alcohol. I didn't get that. When I sprayed it on the box and I'm waving the box, trying to, get it to dry down some, like the whole area right by the register where I was standing, you could smell this sweet, like sexy fragrance. And she was like, "Oh, it lingers." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what I like. I love that sillage. I love that." So it actually has dried down on the box, and it smells good. That sweetness does go away after a little bit of time, and then some other notes take over. I don't know what it is, but I like the fragrance still nonetheless. Uh, this is the bottle. I love this bottle. I've heard a few people say they don't like the bottle. I like it. It's just it has, I don't know if you can see that. It's like a curved bottom right here. The top is plastic, of course. You can hold it by the top, shake it a little, it won't pop off. It has this black, it's not leather, it's just plastic. Around the side right here, it has Pour Home engraved on both sides. Nothing on that side, nothing on this. It's curved, as you can see, rounded on one side, squared off on the other. Just a sticker on the bottom with, batch code and all that kind of stuff. The sprayer is the atomizer, as they call it, is excellent. I love it. F by Ferragamo. And that smells so wonderful. I just sprayed that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the notes. I just watched 2 videos on it on the way home, and they said what the notes were. I know tonka bean is one that's in it. And me telling people about the ingredients or the notes, a lot of people that I know around here aren't into cologne like that, and they're not going to care what's in it. All they're going to care about is does it smell good? Does it stink? Does it last long? That kind of stuff. So that's really all I focus on. Everyone says that I've watched on these YouTube videos that this is not really a summertime fragrance. This is more like winter, fall, because it has that element of pepper in it, which gives it a little spice. Don't go heavy on the trigger because it is a little strong. It smells wonderful. I'm still smelling it in the air as I just sprayed it. And I love the scent. I really, really, really want to try this out when I go back to work Tuesday, but I may have to wait until it starts getting cool, like maybe in the fall. I may be hard-headed and try it out anyway. They say it's not good to wear it in the summer because it's hot and it may choke some people, but this is, to me, a wearable fragrance. I probably will test it out just to see how it does, because I've always been the type to go against the grain anyway. I like finding things out the hard way. So yeah, Ferragamo F Black. I finally found it. I'm ecstatic. I'm glad I have this now in my collection. Like I said, I found it for $29.99, so it was like $32 and some change with tax. And I found it at Ross. I'm happy I finally found this. I'm glad to have it now. That journey is over. Time to start another journey. There is another one I saw in Ross and in TJ Maxx. It's cheaper in TJ Maxx. Ross has it for $50. TJ Maxx has it for, I think, $30 or $40. I think it's $40. And now I just had a brain fart because I can't remember what it is. But it is Mont Blanc Legend. That's what it is. And I know a lot of people around this area may not know of Mont Blanc. I actually don't know much about him. I just know that I have seen some of his stuff being mentioned, like Mont Blanc Individual is good. It has like a raspberry note in it. I went to Belk's in the mall, and they have Mont Blancs. They had like 4 or 5 of his signature scents in there, and I smelled all of them. I think it was 4, and all of them smelled good. One in particular, I can't remember the name of it. Just came out not too long ago. I want it bad. I can find it online for like 20, maybe 25, $30. Belks, of course, they are retail, so you're gonna pay like 80, 90, 70, something like that for it. I'm not gonna pay that kind of money for no cologne. 40, 50 at the max I may pay, depending on what it is, and it has to be a designer for me to pay 50 for it. And it has to be well known, like Chanel or something like that. Now, if this would have been 50, I would not have paid 50 for this. No. Because Ferragamo is more or less a clothing line, and they're not really known for fragrances that I know of. I know they have quite a few. Like, I have one of his other fragrances. I didn't like it. Hold on a second, I'll get it. This is the first Ferragamo fragrance that I purchased, and I bought it just because it said Ferragamo, and I've seen videos of this fragrance, and I thought, okay, well, since F Black has been talked about, maybe if I buy this regular Salvatore Ferragamo, it will smell just as good. So I found it, and I think I bought it from TJ Maxx, I believe. And yeah, it was TJ Maxx. And of course, you can't smell anything, because if they're not in plastic, they're in some kind of plastic case still in the box or out of the box, and you can't spray it. So you have to take that blind by chance. And I blind bought it. Got outside in the vehicle, as I always do. I opened it, sprayed it, and my initial thought on this particular one, and I like this bottle. You see how it's like twisted, almost kind of curved. I like that. It's different. Just a plain bottle though. Cap snaps on. Has Salvatore Ferragamo engraved here. Sticker on the bottom. This also, it's not spicy like the black pepper that's in this, because this smells good. This also smells kind of good also, but it doesn't last as long as I thought it would. You have to be careful with this one also, because if you spray too much of this, it is loud. I really don't like this one. I wore it once to work. I really didn't like it. So it is strong. You cannot go heavy on this particular one. It's more alcoholic to me. I don't get no kind of fruitiness. I don't get no kind of, like, it's not soft. It's almost harsh. It's wearable. I will say that it is wearable, but you have to go real easy on the trigger when you're wearing this one. I don't wear it much, so but I am glad I found this one. I love this one. So hopefully I'll be able to give it a try sometime soon, and I'll give you my review on it. But this is my unboxing of Salvatore Ferragamo's F Black. I finally found it. I'm happy. This is an excellent purchase. If you can find it for cheaper, please add this to your collection. I paid $32 and some change for this one. It's not a bad buy. So guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. This is holiday weekend. Everyone be safe. Try not to drink and drive, but if you do have to drive, be careful, be careful, be careful. Make sure you make it home to your family, and back to work. Be mindful of that hands-free law also, because when you're intoxicated, you have a tendency to lose focus. You want to be on Facebook, you want to be on YouTube, you want to be on social media, whatever the site is, and you want to make videos, and you're driving and you forget, and you shoot past the police and he sees you, and now you got a ticket, or several tickets, especially if you're intoxicated, because now you're probably gonna go to jail, probably gonna lose your license, you're probably gonna go through all this other crap. So just be careful, guys. Be mindful. Peace.